Mhm. All right. Welcome to the Young Money Podcast. My name is Diana Menezes.
And I'm Vince Galanco from wheninmanila.com. And yes, here at the Young Money Podcast, we try to find the most amazing and interesting young entrepreneurs, or at least young at heart. And we try to get the nitty gritty on how they got to where they are today, how they started, and how they succeeded in their entrepreneurial journey. But we try to get the numbers. We try to ask them about the figures that people are usually shy to ask about, like asking
Mhm.
someone, "How much do you make?" You know what, Diana? Even when I get asked to host or to guest to speak at events, they're
Mhm.
always so shy to talk about money because I ask them, "Okay, how much is the talent fee for that?" And they don't want to say. They want to ask me, and then I kind of
Uh-huh.
get shy about it, right?
We're all in that same zone where we feel like it's intruding or it's invasive to in fact share what we are making or how much we want to earn from something. But I think it's very ideal that you have an idea of how much you want to make or how much you need for you to actually become what you are aiming to be. So I think with our guests, we're going to be able to inspire a lot of young entrepreneurs or people who would love to be an entrepreneur one day. And today's guests actually, for the first time here on the Young Money Podcast, we're going to have multiple guests because they own the first dome glamping of the Philippines. Yes. So it's located in Nasugbu, Batangas, 1.5 hectares, and it's beautiful. I have been there, and I think when in Manila, in fact, already featured Domescape because it's the first one. And right now, there are a lot of other people who got inspired with their idea and started making the same. But
Oh
guys,
well,
we got the first and original one. So
well. If those people
here
are
we
out
have.
there, this is the perfect podcast to listen to because now we're going to divulge the secrets of how they came up with this successful business. But yeah, as you said, it's the first and original glamping dome glamping
Glamping.
experience. So yeah, very excited to hear from them. So let's bring on our guest for today from Domescape. Well, it's spelled Domescape, so I'm not.
Domescape.
Is it Dome Escape or Domescape? Well, let's
Domescape, I
ask them.
think. Let's ask them. All right.
Hi.
Hi, guys. Welcome to the show.
Thank you
Welcome.
for
Yes,
having us.
please do introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Trisha. I'm one of the owner of Domescape. As mentioned earlier, it's the first dome glamping in the Philippines. So it's a camping site, but we have upgraded it a bit and make it more comfortable to our guests.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm one of the owners of Domescape also.
Hi, Sam. Hi, Jimmy.
Eh, So and Jimmy. Okay.
Yeah, Jimmy
Okay.
Lee. I think you're mute or
Yeah. Can you briefly tell our listeners who you guys are as far as Dome Escape. Uh yeah. What's your role there?
Okay, so the three of us were all owners, but we have different role. We're also very hands-on in the operations. So I'm the one handling the operations of the Domescape, like for the handling guests. We're doing Airbnb. We don't have any direct reservation, so I'm the one handling the reservations, and then we're doing the training for our staff as well.
So Domescape is it's like a second home for you, tucked away in a remote area, away from the city. But it's compared to other places that are far away from the city. This time it's like 2 hour away from Manila. So it's a
some
glamping
guy
area.
deal. What is your
Well, the
hand?
idea we all abroad, me and my family, with Zim, because Zim is our best friend since elementary school. So we were abroad and we were doing a research for different business. But instead, we found this domes, and then we got the idea. My oldest sister, got the idea of doing a glamping instead of doing some other businesses. So that's where we got the idea from abroad.
Okay. So did someone experience it abroad? Did someone try it abroad, and where exactly?
We were in
Not
China, so
really.
we were
It's an
in China.
expo.
We were
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah,
Go
we
ahead,
are in
Sam.
China. It's a business expo, and it's one of the product that we saw there. It's not really our intention to get a to build a resort, a glamping resort. So we just saw it in the expo, and then we came up with the idea because ever since we were young, we really do camping every summer. So that's why we came up with the idea na why not, since we saw the dome. It's just a dome when we saw it. There's nothing inside, but in there, I think they also have it in different countries, but not here in the Philippines. So we decided why not put one here in the Philippines since we have the space for it. So that's how it all started. Actually, we since everyone was there, so it's a very quick decision for us, like, do you want to join us, do you want to invest? And then it's the four of us, my sister, and then Jim and Sam. It's only the four of us who agreed na okay, we'll join. Some of those who are with us decided that it's not they thought at first that it's not a good idea kasi
Okay.
it's something new, and it's
And
I mean,
go ahead.
and
Go ahead.
we have to import the tent, so it's a bit expensive on that part. So but then I don't know, we just all decided, with the four of us just decided to
we
just
all
push
agreed
on.
that we should do something.
Yes.
And just a
Total,
little back.
wala pa siya sa Philippines when we
The
asked the
supplier.
supplier.
So it's
So it's
the ano
the
daw.
ano,
First daw
first
kami
daw
in the
kami.
Philippines if ever we start. So game. We said yes.
Nice, nice. Well, so
Okay.
when you had the idea of starting it, sige, please go ahead, because I
No,
know
no,
you
no.
have
Go ahead. Go ahead.
the money questions later. But
Oh,
yeah,
you're
so
going straight to the money. Okay, go ahead.
I know. It's gonna be Vince is gonna tell you right away how much do we need, how much do we need to start. So I'm gonna go light first. So well, we can see now it's like really something that you guys just loved doing and like was just really a, a thing, not really like well thought of for business, but it actually worked out pretty well. So when was it like? When did it
Mm-hmm.
start? Like, was it 2019? Am I correct?
But we started renting it out through Airbnb 2019.
Oh, I see.
And this was just to backtrack. So you guys just went to this convention? Is that right?
Yeah, expo.
What
Expo.
It's an expo. Yeah, yeah.
an expo? And tell me why did you go to this expo, and what expo was it again?
It's actually a business expo. So if you're looking for products, items like bottles, different machines. So it's a big expo in China every October, and then we normally go there. Me and my sisters, we go there for business because we try to export import materials. And
Do you
then when
remember
we
what it's
got
called?
there,
The expo? Do you remember what it's
I
called?
forgot.
I'll
I
check just a second.
I forgot.
Let me check. Um,
Canton
Canton
Expo,
Fair.
Canton Fair Expo.
Canton Fair Expo. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds familiar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. H mentioned that to us. Our
yeah,
other the other person
another
we
guess. Hmm.
guested, he also went to a bunch of expos. Okay. So and when you went there, were you specifically looking for this, or no, it was just one of the things
No,
there?
yeah, one of the things there. It was just
What
displayed in
what made
some of the area, in the camping area.
I assume there were hundreds of business models, business ideas there.
Yes.
What made you think that this was the best idea? What made you invest into this one?
Actually, it's
It
really
looks
funny
big.
because our intention to go there is to look for bottles, since that's one of our main products. So it's really very far from camping, from glamping. But then when my sister saw it, she really thought it's a good idea because I just resigned from my work in a hotel. So it's a bit related. So we wanted to do something that's still in the hospitality industry. So it was just an idea of my sister that since I'm no longer working, maybe I could, do a business with her, and this is, I think, the perfect business for that since I have my background on hospitality.
I was about to ask you if you have a background in hospitality. Thank you for sharing.
Okay, so how does it work? You buy these domes, which I will ask later on the figures. But you buy these. How many did you buy in the start?
We started with one
Two.
since
One.
one
Wow.
first, and then like after a few months when that we started with one, and then the idea first is to just build it and then to use it personally, and then let's see how it goes, if someone, if if our friends will like it. And then all of a sudden we just posted it on our own Facebook, not yet as a business. And then we receive a lot of comments from friends
Request.
asking if they could stay. And then that's
Interesting.
and then I think after 2 months, we were able to get enough funds. Actually, we were able, what do you call this? We already got our ROI within 3 months of opening it. That's when we built another one. So it's
That's
3
very slow.
months.
amazing,
That's
Trisha.
that's
What?
great.
Three
Man,
months?
I'm investing into the wrong things. Okay,
No,
Yeah, so it
so
Vince, you're
started
doing
really
great.
small, and then we did all the hard work. We did not hire like but my brother-in-law is an engineer, and then my sister, she designs everything. Though she's not a licensed interior designer, but she's really into designing houses. And then she and her husband, they're the one who designed everything. But we really started very slow, so it's not we do not have the enough funds to really make it big right away.
what how many people fit into one of these glamping domes?
For the first dome that we built,
It can fit around 6 to 8 packs.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Yeah, you can fit a whole
And then
family in
after
there.
that, yeah, 6 to 8 packs. And then after that, nung nag-ROI na kami, so we bought another dome we built another dome, and it can fit around 4 to 6, I guess. So doon na siya umikot.
Okay. And how many domes do you guys have now?
Now 6 na. And then we have a big one. We plan to put we call it an events dome. So
Wow.
eventually we can hold an intimate weddings, like a small gatherings, like parties. Ma-intimate lang for now.
Roughly, what's an intimate party? Roughly how many people? Is that 10, 20, 30?
20 to 25
Okay.
packs. Like
Okay.
very intimate lang, especially now pandemic pa.
And how does it work? Do you rent the land you're on, or do you own the land, or how does that part work?
So one of the owners, my brother-in-law, they own the land that where the dome is right now. So it's easier for us to build the dome because we don't have problem with the land, with leasing the land.
That's a big plus.
Usually,
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we normally actually go there for camping. So right now, yun, so the idea, we got the idea of doing that in that area because it's near a creek. There's a creek near the area. So may water source and then there's a lot of plants in the area, trees in the area. So very forest din yung itsura niya.
So may I ask, how did you guys build those? Well, you guys, if you haven't been, for our listeners, if you haven't been to Domescape yet, they have these natural pools which I find amazing. So you get out of your dome and then you can actually swim. And I also like that you have a slide. I mean, diba? Meron may there's a lot of things to do, and then also there is I remember, if I remember correctly, you have a fireplace as well at the right sa unahan before you get into the domes. So all of that, did you guys have the idea yourselves, or was it like a little bit? Was it already there? How is it? How did this all come about? Was it the interior designer, not licensed, but interior designer that you guys are really close to? How did that work? Because the place to me looks amazing, and I'm I went there prior pandemic or on the beginning of the pandemic, but for now, I'm sure the demand must be crazy because everyone is like starving to have some breather, especially outside of the city. A lot of questions now. So, who had the idea of building Domscape the way it is right now and expanding?
Actually,
And go.
we brainstorm about it. So we all have some inputs on what to put, but the like um, what type of glamping we wanted, and then my sister, she has this idea of, instead of a normal swimming pool, why not try a natural swimming
Yeah.
pool? So we don't use chlorinated water. It's a natural filter, so it would still it we don't want it to be like we don't want it to be a resort feel, a resort type talaga. So we still intend them to really feel the nature. So that's why it's not we did not came up with it all at the same time. So it took us a while, like, to what to add. Kasi the place really, it's when we started, there's nothing in there. It's really it's an uneven terrain. There's a lot of, we need to clean up the area before we when we started. So it's really a bare like like a bare forest type area.
Nice.
Okay. So, just for people who haven't been glamping and aren't familiar, what is the difference? What is glamping? What is glamping, and then what's the difference between your glamping and other glampings?
So the idea of glamping talaga is it's a glamorous camp. So normally it's just normal camping. So you go out in in an area where there's nothing much. So it's a remote area where you go camping. But this time, since it's glamping, it's glamorous. So you still get the sense of staying in a hotel like room with air condition, with all the amenities of a normal hotel. So that's the idea of glamping. So what's the
I love
difference
it.
between with different camping with other glamping? I think we're the first to have the dome na itsura, dome na place, and we're the only. I think most of the glamping they're ano lang sila, electric. They use electric fan, but with us we use air condition talaga para ma-feel mo pa rin you're still staying in a hotel. Ganun yung idea niya.
Now, did you guys do a cost analysis as far as, because you say the land is yours? Is there a reason? Is there a reason you chose glamping over just putting up a hotel
Well,
or
first, we
resort?
do not have the fund to build a big resort and a hotel. So, so we just since that's the land that we have, so it started from there. Since the place is really, we use it for camping before. So, and then the idea of the dome is really, it's not a room. So it's, you still have the tent feel. So that's why we decided to just go with the camping. I mean, glamping, it's still camping, but it's a bit more comfortable than building your own tent and stuff. So that's what we used to do before. So, but we know it's not for everyone. So at least
Mm.
with the glamping, it's a little less what they call it. If you're not really into doing the stuff by yourself, at least it's something that it's ready for you, and then it's air conditioned. It's more comfortable than doing the actual camping, but you still have that feel of being outdoor and doing the usual stuff to do.
Trisha, Sam, and Jimmy, I want to ask you guys now because you said you started with one dome and then eventually now you guys expanded because at least the last time I was there, I had a dome just beside my. I think that's the twin domes that I stayed. How many domes are there right now? Oh, you're
Dome
muted.
1 to 6.
Six
Hello?
domes.
Hi.
Yeah.
Six domes.
Nice.
So right now we
Nice.
have six. And yung mga domes namin, iba-iba yung tema. Iba-ibang theme siya. So the first one, rustic. And then the dome number 2 is a Spanish Filipino dome. And then the
Mm.
twin dome, kung saan ka pumunta, it's
Mm.
modern dome. And then
Oh.
yung fifth dome namin is it's a loft type. So ano siya, dalawang floor. So that's
Kailangan ko
bohemian
mag-visit
type
ulit.
na. Yeah, that's actually
And
that's the idea. Eh. If pumunta ka na sa Domescape, hindi ibig sabihin na oh, nakapunta na ako diyan. But you have to go to different domes pa kasi. And then the last one kasi yung dome number 6 namin is Moroccan. So iba-iba yung feels. So, hindi
and
ikaw, 'di ba? Nagpunta ka sa
It's
Twin
like
Domes, Miss
it's like
Diana. Yeah.
balancing into glamping.
Yes.
and you
Correct.
said
Correct.
around 6 to 8 people fit in a dome. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
But would there be sort of rooms in a dome or not really? Is it just one family? Everyone's there.
Yeah, everyone's there na kasi nandun na yun. Pagpasok mo, uh, may mga beds na. And then, one of our domes kasi, yung CR niya is outside. And then, we figured out na parang mas comfortable na yung the toilet, the CR, is inside
Can I
the
show?
domes. Para, yeah. Hello? Can you
Okay.
hear me?
I found it here.
Ah, yeah.
I'm not.
That's dome number 1, I think. Yeah, that's
Okay.
Okay.
dome number 1.
One
Yeah,
thing that I
I'm
would
looking
like
at.
to point out, Vince, to all our listeners here is that they figured something that is actually ahead of the game. Their place is very
Uh-huh.
Instagrammable and social media like. People just
Thank you.
go crazy with how it looks, and it gets itself promotion out there. It gets marketed to other people because it looks just very pleasing aesthetically. And was that um, purposely done? It's
Of
okay if it
course.
was. Let me know.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I love that.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking at pictures. It looks really, really nice. Um,
Really nice.
so dome is where you sleep, but you outside of the dome, you guys made all sorts of amenities like swimming pools and lounges and hammocks and
Oh,
all that. So it's not just the dome and you're stuck there. It's sort of like a dome in the middle of nature. Well, high end
that's
nature
true.
because there's a swimming pool. Okay, and
Sobrang ganda.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
how much are stays here?
I was gonna ask that too.
Yeah.
The rate actually differs depending on the dome, but roughly for one tent it's about 7 to 9 thousand. Since it's Airbnb, it changes depending on the demand. So it's around 7 to 8 thousand. But I mean, if there's gonna be 8 people, so it's just like 1,000 per person. But still, you get to
Mm.
stay in an air
Okay.
conditioned room.
So the cheapest dome is 7,000, and most expensive is 9. But you have one that's
The
twin.
most expensive is about 15,000.
Okay,
That's
is
the
that
two
The
the
twin
twin dome.
domes. Yeah.
because it's two domes? Okay,
Mhm.
okay. Well, that's
Nice.
pretty cool. Yeah. So guys, do check out the pictures. So if they want to book and if they want to check pictures, where do they go?
For reservation, they need to go to Airbnb. We also have a Facebook page, and an Instagram. They could send us a message for any inquiries. But for booking, it's really via Airbnb only as of now.
Okay, so how long when you decided to get this? How long did it take? I mean, where's the company who makes the domes? Where are they from?
They're from China, so we need to import the dome tents.
How
So
long
we
does that
started
take to import?
2018. I think about 2 to 3
Three,
months.
Two
It
2
months.
depends.
months.
Ideally,
2 to 3 months.
it's 2 months, and then for the second and third dome, because of the pandemic, it took a while for us to get the other domes. But the standard should be about 2 months for
2 months.
shipment from China to Philippines.
And the other samples they showed you of these domes, do they also do the same thing where they really cater at the outside like you guys did? Really nice and swimming pools, all that stuff.
They no the mock-up that they have it's a room inside. I think they use the mock-up that we saw is for a winter it's a winter dome. So what they have are fireplace inside. So it's definitely different from what we have here. I think they initially use it in much colder places, the domes. So they don't have we only saw some pictures that, they have rooms inside and then one mock up that they have.
Really, really cool. Okay, so
I
I guess this
love
is the
it.
part. Yeah, they're so nice, aren't they?
I love it. This
Yeah.
is me,
So
Ito yung
Just
love.
yeah, that's one of
Thank
the
you.
new.
this is the part of the show where we ask you to show us the money. So we're gonna be asking about the figures, like how much did you invest initially? Um, how you already mentioned that you were able to ROI in a few months. But
Three
yeah,
months. Galing, no?
yeah, but I guess for people who also might want to jump in the same boat as you, maybe not necessarily the same business, but maybe let us know like what type of investment it took for you.
Um,
So I think Trisha can
for
answer all.
it's the dome.
Yeah,
Do
that's
you
all
need
the
actual
amount.
price or just the estimate for the entire, just the actual price of the dome,
Both.
or
Both, yeah. I think the
the
more
dome
info
is
as an entrepreneur, the more info they can have, the better. So that would be
the dome
appreciated. Yeah,
itself is about I think about 300,000 including the shipment,
that
and
is
then
pricey. Okay.
you have what we did actually, the three of us, we really built it ourselves, the dome. So and then so we cut cost on some of the parts, and then I think it's the total investment is less than 1 million, but we
and,
did it
and
very slowly. Mhm.
and as a group, but because you guys went to this expo looking for businesses, so did you
Yes.
already have a rough budget? Like, okay, as a
No,
group, let's look for a business. Our budget is 2 million, and we'll find the business under that. Was it like that or not really?
no, not really. We do not have
Not
that
really.
budget. So we just went there, let's just try this. Let's look for something. And then Sam and I, we have a small business. And then we're just looking for some items that we need to add to our business. So that's really the intention. So it's not, we do not plan to really do a business together.
See, that's the problem when you go shopping. Sometimes you buy more than
And
sometimes
we
you
did not
spend more.
actually, we did not get anything from our other business. We're not able to get anything for that.
Yes,
So
that's how.
that's the blessing of going shopping.
Yes.
Look, they
Yeah.
created an amazing thing that people now want to
That's
have.
how it is. You know, when the no, I sent my ex out to go buy groceries. She came back with shoes. It's like, damn it. I'm joking. Yeah. But okay, so that's pretty cool. But this is the second. We've only had a few podcasts, and we've only had 4 or 5 podcasts, and of those podcasts, two people already talked about going to these expos and finding a
The
business
same
somehow.
one, actually, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I guess that's a big thing that people can look into. And in our previous podcast, me and Diana were talking about the Philippines needs more global quality, great quality style expos so that we won't have to fly overseas to get these opportunities. But that's pretty cool. And
Mhm.
whose idea was it, or how did you guys even find out about the expo?
Sam.
So me and my sis, we had a business before. It's garments. So we import textiles from China. So we normally go to that expo just to check out all the items that they have. But I think it's like 5 buildings of just the Canton Fair. So you can go around and get everything that you can think of. They have it. So that's how the expo works in China. So just just that just that time we went there with my other siblings and Jim. So that's where we got the idea of the dome because they had like a place for camping, and then in that area there's like one big dome. So doon namin nakita yung idea. Why not that one? Parang ganun.
That's so
Okay.
amazing, like you just took a chance and then like look where
Yes.
you guys are at. Yeah, because I think if I'm not mistaken, Jimmy mentioned to me you guys have this not to go off track, but you guys also have a business of customizing pack. Is that right? Kayo ba yun? Tama
Yes.
ba ako?
Yeah, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, you're mute,
Mga
Jimmy.
personalized. Hi?
Yeah.
Hello? Ayan. Okay, may kwento kasi yan. So,
Mm.
talagang kwento niyan. the trip talaga was intended to look for mga items for their personalized business. Yung mga pinopersonalize na
Mhm.
stuff like mga items na
Which
pwede
will be
nyong
booming, by the way, by Christmas, because we all want to
yes.
customize some gifts for people. That's
Oo.
another business we have.
Okay.
Um,
So the
yeah.
kwento nga is pumunta kami doon and then to look for that. And then one of our ikot, like we did a snake like ikot doon sa Canton Fair. And then we found out the dome. And initially hindi naman ako kasama talaga. I just want to travel because I want to go to China. Okay. Ang inisip ko pa nga nun parang okay, I have a chance to go around other countries. Pero luckily na-involve ako when we saw that domes. Na parang okay, sabi ni Ate Lloyda, yung isa sa mga owners, na parang okay guys, I found a perfect business for us. And then okay, nawala na talaga yung intention na maghanap ng talagang mga small items for their business. And then
Good
ayan na.
shift.
So
The ship.
I'm one of the first naniwala na parang, okay, sige, let's do it. Let's do it. Kung wala pa niyan sa Philippines, tayo mauuna. Then, pag uwi natin ng Pilipinas, let's start it. I'm game. Ganun.
Jimmy, do you still remember your first customer, or how do you call it when it's like that? The first person that actually
Customer.
rented, or like, because the buy guys,
It's
yeah, the first
actually,
customer.
to be honest, it's
First
actually my
customer.
friend. I asked her to book my
Nice.
Airbnb. She really wanted to just book directly, but I said since it's gonna be our first first day to start, so she
Mhm.
booked via
Th-
Airbnb. But
that's
yes,
how it is in the beginning. It's really you ask your friends and family to
Yeah,
support first,
yes,
which is
That's true. Yeah.
and if they're a real friend, they would.
yeah.
I hate how fake friends are always like, oh, it's your restaurant naman, palibre na lang. It's like,
Mm,
yeah.
yes, but
She
the
actually
business.
Yeah.
paid for
the
it. She
business.
even booked via
They should,
Airbnb.
yeah.
So,
They totally should if they're a real
Madami
friend.
yan.
Yeah, because it's a business. You could lose all your money. So
yes.
awesome. Thank you for the numbers. Thank you for showing us the money. I think Diana now is gonna give her
Yeah.
2 points.
I'm just gonna summarize for everyone who just tuned in right now, our listeners. Of course, I totally recommend that you should listen to the full episode. But if you just got in right now, well, they started this as a parang hindi naman sila intentionally ginawa itong Domescape as a glamping business. They were just really passionate about um, really camping, and they saw something when they were looking for another thing, while because they have a different business, which for me, I would like to point out to all the young entrepreneurs out there, it's very important to have multiple streams of income, like these young people right here. So they already have their own business. They did not come intentionally to just like, let me put up a resort or a camping site, which in fact it's also important to point out to everyone listening. Don't go there expecting that it's a resort, because it is a camping site, but glamping. Like, you will feel just as comfortable as if you were in a hotel room, but you get all the benefits of being with nature and, in the raw nature out there. So basically, they just went to this really important expo in China, which a lot of our guests who are very successful are going to, which probably me and Vince should go there too and try to
I
connect.
know, right? We should book our tickets.
And we should find more guests in there, because I'm sure we're going to find people who are like about to make it, and then we can get them firsthand. So yeah, so if you guys want to get even more inspired by these three young entrepreneurs, well, they started like not long ago. Probably they went like I'm not going to use the word public because it's not IPO, but I'm just saying, like, you guys went on the public for everyone to know about you about like 2019, if I'm correct, right? That's when a lot of people started like coming to your domes and finding out about it. I think also it's really important to mention that it has to be aesthetically pleasing, because nowadays it's important that everything we do is connected to social media. So yeah, and so in the ROI of 3 months is amazing. Like, most businesses will take about 2 years to get an ROI, and you guys got return of your investment in 3 months, which is crazy. Which is like, congratulations to all of you. Like, you're doing a great job. And guys, if you want to be a young entrepreneur just like them, make sure that you're the first one or the pioneers on doing this, and work hard on site, like go there, because I know Jimmy personally, well, through another business of his that maybe in the future he can guest again to talk about, which is the Ivy business that he owns. And he's really hands on everything. And also he talks about how hands-on the girls are. So he's always saying like, oh, we're going to Domescape, we're driving to Batangas, and we're going to do this. I'm like, you do all of that by yourself? And it is. They're actually doing this all by themselves. And I think that's really one of the secrets, the secret recipe for a lot of people who are like, oh, I invested on this and it didn't work out. Because you're not hands-on. You have to be hands-on. Most of our guests here who are successful, like you guys, are hands-on. So I think that's really important to mention. And yeah, tuloy-tuloy na lang. Like from one dome, now you guys have 6 domes, and you're expanding into like an event dome as well, no, right? Where you can welcome up to 25 people. So I can't wait for that. Maybe one day when I get married. Well, who knows? I could have a little reception in there. And for the ones who would like to visit, guys, check them out on Airbnb. Price ranges, it depends on how on the price of Airbnb as well, but it ranges from 7,000 to 15,000. And again, such an inspiration. I'm actually really glad to have you guys here on the show. Thank you. And I would like to ask you one last question. You choose who wants to answer. What is the piece of advice you're gonna give to all our listeners?
Well, I think for me, Vince mentioned this earlier, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I mean, especially if you're starting, you don't want to, if you're not, because for us, we're not sure if it's gonna work. So that's why do not invest on only one thing. If you could do it, if you could have a lot of, even if it's small, invest on other things. Like for us, you've mentioned we have different small businesses of our own. So that's
Mhm.
I think a major point when when you're opening a business, just make sure to invest on other things as well, and then to innovate as well. Think of something different, something that something new. I saw Vince, you have many cats. We started with the first cat cafe here in the Philippines before. So
Nice.
we always wanted to but after a while, honestly, the cat cafe, it was a hit for a while, and then but
Mm.
because of the pandemic and all, we have to close it down. And then you have to innovate, think of something unique, and something that a lot of people will really like. We make it Instagrammable, as they say.
Yeah, intentional, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, multiple streams of income is really something that I think
Yes.
yung mga kabataan, they have to understand. It's not just like nag-aral ka tapos mag-apply ka sa isang trabaho. No, you
Yes.
can also be your own boss by creating
Mhm.
different multiple streams of income. So I think that's really important. Yeah, Vince, I'm proud to have these people on the show. They are such an
Yeah.
inspiration.
Yeah, that's really cool. Before we head out, does Sam and Jimmy want to say also give their last advice, or okay, is that for everyone? Na?
for everyone. Pero I think I can just add, take a risk. Kasi that's the first thing we did. We took a risk. Kasi mahirap
Mhm.
siyang isip. If you keep on hesitating on doing a business, if you don't start, kahit small lang, it won't, I mean, it won't run. So, take a risk talaga. When you do something, when you think of something, yun, make sure na from the start pa lang, you'll believe in yourself na, sige, kaya to. It will work. Yan.
Nice. Jimmy, you're mute.
Siguro, kasi magkasama kami
Ayan.
ni Sam eh. Ayan, okay na? Okay. Okay, I wanna add like, ang kailangan dyan is knowledge and also wisdom. So knowledge, pwede mo siyang pag-aralan yung mga bagay-bagay. And then the wisdom is how you make life kasi. It's how you must strategize ng mga hustle in life. It's not about yung mga alam mo lang. Kailangan alam mo din siyang
Mm,
ipaganahin, in short.
tama.
Yun lang.
Thank
Those
you.
are good
And,
advices.
and,
Yeah, thank you.
and there
Thank
you
you so
guys.
much.
Yeah. And there you guys go. And just as a reminder, you already shared it earlier, but if people want to book or get more info, where do they go?
We have a Facebook account. It's Domescape, and then we have Instagram account also Domescape. And then they can also book via Airbnb. They can just search the name Domescape 1 2 2 6. So yun lang yung search nila for so they can see us on yan, social medias. We're active naman. We reply right away. So
Okay. Well, there you
Yeah,
go. Thank you so much for sharing your
I, I see
entrepreneurial
their page.
journey.
Yeah, go
Really
ahead.
nice pictures. Really great place to get away. And I know a lot of people have been wanting to get away from being trapped at home because of this pandemic. So
Mhm.
I think this was really nice. It looks really nice. The one with the pool. I'm going to be booking that soon. So yeah, Domescape, founders of Domescape, Trisha, Sam, Jimmy. Thank you so much for joining us, and we wish you the best. And if you guys are tuned in, please do try to book your next escape with them. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you
this
can
is
find them on Facebook. There's like you will find it like there's 44,000 plus people here on Facebook who are interested on how amazing Domscape is. I have been there. It's not far from Manila, so it's very accessible, and you guys are gonna have a natural feeling, from all of this city, and it's really escape. So tama naman, no? Domscape makes so much sense. I love it. I hope to be back there very soon, and I hope our listeners can get to experience as well. Just book it through our Airbnb and contact them as well on Instagram or Facebook if you have any questions.
okay. So thank you again so much for joining us here in Young Money and sharing your entrepreneurial secrets. But yeah, my name is Vince Galanco,
My name is Diana Menezes.
and
I will
thank you for
see you
joining
next
Young Money. Yeah.
time.
Sorry. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.